traditional. This Christmas, make it family with Gillette Meats. Meat makes the meal. Our leg hams, shoulder hams, picnic hams, and daily fresh sliced hams are available today at Gillette Meats. Our quality, taste, and prices is always with our customers at heart. Make your Christmas with Gillette hams. Our special cuts always in stock for you. Ribeye steak, cowboy steak, pork chops, baby back ribs, ground pork, ground beef, salt pecan meat, bacon, sausages, smoked and Italian, and fresh chicharrones. This Christmas, we got them all for you. Visit us on San Antonio Road. Come and see our showcase. Gillette quality meats just for you. Enjoy family with Gillette Meats. Meat makes the meal.
All Belizeans in Belize and around the world, stay tuned to the #1 talk show, Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza for reliable information, dependable talk shows, breaking news, and the most impacting topics of discussion. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza on Power FM, Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. Let your voice be heard. Call 672 or text 661-2721 or visit our website www.powerfm955belize.com. Start your morning with Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. And get informed.
Warm home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Una vez más, buenos días, good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Son las 7:46, las 7:46. Good morning, buenos días, Buiti Binafi, Malopkin. Así es, hoy día 18 del mes de diciembre. Hoy día hermoso, hoy día lindo, hoy día 18, hoy día miércoles. Buenos días, buenos días, buenos días, buenos días. Good morning to you. Malopkin, Buiti Binafi. Buenos días una vez más, buenos días Orange Walk. Buenos días, Yochen, Chanchen, Pachacán. Buenos días ahí en lo que es Cristo Rey San Pedro. Ahí en Corozal, San Antonio, San Andrés. Good morning to you. Buiti Binafi. Así es, una vez más, buenos días, buenos días, buenos días, good morning to you. It's another brand new day. Y siempre hacemos la pregunta, siempre, ¿verdad? ¿Cuántos días más? Pues, aparentemente el reloj son 7. 7 días más, o 6 días y horas. Y estaremos en lo que muchos están anticipando. Muchos lo que estamos esperando. Lo que es al Señor Santa Claus. Así es que a mamás, a papás, a señoras, señores, que agricultores, que están comprando lo que necesitan, ¿verdad? Alambres para pastos y que quieren, wow, les estoy diciendo que este es el día de espera, porque ya el sábado y el domingo una vez más todas las tiendas estarán en 12.5% de descuento. a más de lo que es el descuento que ya tiene la tienda, ¿verdad? Vamos a decir que hay gangas en tiendas, hay descuentos en tiendas hasta 30%, 25%, como está haciendo The Thailand Stone Center, como está haciendo Creative Tiles, como está haciendo San Isidro Tiles, Baths and Beyonds. Wow, get on the discounts, get on the pretty tiles, get on the 12.5, get on the 20, 25, up to 50%. You get them all, toda ahí en Kurtz, en donde sea que vean que están viendo 20 to 25% discount. Vayan a ver qué es lo que hay. Hay unos que tienen hasta 75% discount. Así, wow. Ok, 75 plus 12.5, estamos hablando casi gratis en ciertos artículos. Vayan a ver qué hay. Go and see what they have. I just love to see how people are taking advantage. Me gusta ver cómo el público realmente está participando, están tomando la oportunidad de comprar los juguetes, de comprar ese regalo navideño para sus seres queridos, y a ver qué es lo que vamos a estar viendo nosotros en los días que vienen. Pero good morning to you, Rosita. Buenos días, Miss B. Good morning, Miss Maria. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Son ya las 7:50. It's 7:50 here in studios. And hey, we gotta remind all the farmers about this screwworm. Please, we are free of screwworm. The Honorable Minister Jose Abelardo May has been very, very, very much on the key on this one. And the entire Ministry of Agriculture y todo el Ministerio de Agricultura. Así es que se le pide a todo granjero, a todo ganadero, ganadera, que se cuiden de lo que es esta mosca pinta, esa mosca barrenador. La mosca barrenador, que se cuiden. Ese se les pide a todo mundo, que se cuiden, ¿verdad? Así es que, y vean de sus animales, por favor, vean de sus animales que no estén lastimados, que no estén porque si es que están lastimados, atiéndanlo inmediatamente, ¿ok?
Amigo productor, sería de gran desagrado encontrar gusano barrenador en tu ganado. Por eso, si herida en tus animales ves, debes curarlas con rapidez. Como prevención, revise su ganado, cure todas las heridas, notifique cualquier caso sospechoso.
Take care of your animals. It's so sad that Belize will find that, okay? But I want to say that we are so happy with the Honorable Minister Jose Abelardo May for just securing once again a sure market for the sale of cattle into the beautiful North American country of Mexico. Okay, los Estados Unidos mexicanos. Okay. Y estamos nosotros aquí en Belice alegres que esto está pasando, para que nosotros podamos decir, yes, it's happening, okay? It's happening for all of us. 7:52, 7:52. Buenos días una vez más. Good morning to you. Ayer comencé el programa simplemente diciendo que un joven en la ciudad de Belice, después de 21 años estando en las cárceles de Belice, after being in prison for 21 years, Logan was finally freed. He was freed because there was not even a charge. No había ni siquiera un cargo en contra lo que es Logan. 21 years ago, 21 years in prison, not a single charge on Logan, but that is the reality. La realidad es que Logan finalmente ha conseguido lo que es su libertad, ¿verdad? De después de lo que es todo este tiempo, todo este tiempo de estando en lo que es el cerezo, la prisión. Y nosotros aquí en Power FM hay veces lo vemos de esa manera y decimos, qué triste es esta situación, how sad it is, that a loved one, a family, can be in locked down for such a long period, of time. How can that ever happen? How can that be so? Y ese es algo que uno siempre se pregunta, oh my Lord, ¿qué hice yo aquí? Bueno, ok, vamos a estar haciendo eso. Accidentalmente he quitado yo mi cámara. Accidentally I have taken off my camera. I don't know. Ok, vamos a ver si podemos conectar la cámara otra vez. Ok, vamos a ver si puedo yo conectar esta cámara lo más rápido posible. I accidentally knocked off my camera for those on Facebook and for those on YouTube. Okay, so if you see my camera is off, then I accidentally hit it off. Okay, pero vamos a ver qué rápido lo puedo yo estar conectando para que podamos regresar aquí con ustedes. How quick we can get this. But yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad that after all of these times, after 21 years, finally he's taken to court. And when he's taken to court, then they will tell the family, you know what, this man is a free man. Es libre. Es libre Logan. No hay cargo para el muchacho. There's no charge for him. And it's a reality, it's la realidad. Pero vamos a estar viendo nosotros aquí cómo nosotros podemos manejar esta situación, how we can handle the situation. Pero buenos días una vez más. Gracias Orange, gracias Corozal, gracias Belize, gracias siempre por estar con nosotros. También esta mañana tengo un gran amigo que está conmigo. He always trying to get the facts and things going properly. Conmigo ya está nadie más que Renny Cuello, que está aquí en Power FM. Renny, good morning. To you. Yeah, just hold your microphone. Sorry,
buenos días, honey. Buenos días.
Sorry. Fix up your microphone there properly, Renny. You're supposed to be.
No me di cuenta.
Yeah, I can't even say that you're my guest. I'm
looking to some details before.
You're my co-host. You're my co-host this morning. Ya es invitado, ¿verdad?
Yeah, man,
Porque Renny porque Renny ya está con nosotros y quiere que yo le pongas el micrófono. No, man, la verdad que ya debe que estar Renny más internacional aquí en Power FM. But Renny, again, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sonny. Espero que tengamos muchos más oyentes, no listeners, para que sepan lo que está pasando.
Well, I yesterday I was asking for someone to call in, and I was remembering how Belize is progressing, cómo está progresando el país de Belize. Para ir ya a Shunush, ya no tenemos que estar cruzando un ferry. El ferry se ha logrado a volverse un lindo puente de Pueblo Viejo ferry has turned into a beautiful bridge. You know, the Honorable Florencio Marin is so proud to show off with this bridge on his Facebook page. And you know, I think the people will be happy because basta mas rapid, they're going to be faster for them to go. No esperando una hora, a veces una hora esperando ahí en el ferry. You know, they saw the need, they work on it, and it is done. And then I was asking for someone to remember how Stan Creek, Pomona Valley, you know, the Five Sisters Bridge, the Cinco Puentecitos, and they never called, but they put it on Facebook. Then we start talking about bridges and ferries and how it evolved to today and making Belize a faster way to travel, you know. Suppose the northern border never had a bridge but had a ferry.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, but suppose today we had a ferry there. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if there was a ferry today for Belize and
yes,
Mexico?
the progress in that way is good, but it's secondary to me.
Secondary.
I am fighting for my freedom.
For freedom.
For my freedom of movement, treatment, to be treated like a Belizean.
Like a
That is
Belizean.
my fight, and I'm determined to reach that point, Sani. As you know, I called you on Sunday, right? Sunday night. I got the royal treatment. I got the royal treatment from the humiliation department. I will explain to you and to the listeners what occurred. Right? I decided to go to the border, you know, on Sunday, out of the blues. And when I was already out of town, I realized I didn't have my, you know, no passport, no permit. I don't use permit anyway. And I said, okay, no problem. I said, I usually pass, right? But you know, he always, when you least expect it, you meet a person who they do a job according to them, right? So upon reaching the border, I usually tell them, well, you know, just going to the casino or free zone or whatever. I got through, right? But I met this officer that he refused. So we had a little conversation there, and I asked him in good ways, no, not being disrespectful. And then officer, look, I always come here and they let me pass. He said, well, you can't go because I won't let you. So I showed him, you have an ID. I showed him a social security card. He said, this can make you pass. He said, you need a travel document. Well, why do I need a travel document to go to the free zone or to the casino? I told him, right? Well, you have to go inside. I tell him, why you humiliate me? Officer, why you humiliate me? Why do I have to go inside? So he read my mind, right? Because he had the barrier up. And he saw that I was determined that I was going. When I saw he go to the button to bring down the barrier, I decided to take off, but my vehicle doesn't have too much of a take off, right? That when I reached the barrier was almost on top of me. So I refused to you know, to cause such a problem of breaking the barrier, because I have to call more attention in what it is what I need, right? More attention. So I braked up and I reversed, and I told them, well, you know, I just gotta do what I gotta do, right? But I'm not going in there. So I promptly reversed and I parked on the side, not interfering with the traffic, right? I guess that was my mistake. I should have went to the entrance where the vehicles park when they go inside to the building, right? I should have gone there and parked and then walk across. So I parked and I locked my vehicle and I promptly walked across, and I went to the casino walking, right? I met a guy who gave me a drop on the way, and he told me they returned me to. I told him, but you didn't see what I do? No, he said. I told him, well, I walked over, right? I came across. I'm showing them that they cannot stop me from going or coming into my country. That is my aim. So I went about my business, and I was coming back. That was about 2 o'clock the evening. So I was coming back about 6 o'clock, right? And I walked from the casino to the border, and I saw a long line of vehicles on the way to the roundabout. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. This is every week, man, with the same people, the same, maybe some difference, but the same people going and coming and getting a useless stamp and keeping back everybody, right? So when I returned and I reached to my vehicle, I was wondering, when I was entertaining myself, I was wondering what would happen when I returned. I was wondering
What will happen?
yeah, I was wondering if they had slashed my tires or something, so I can't move, because I know how arrogant people go on when you offend them, right? When you fight for your rights, when you stand up for your rights, they don't like it. But when I reached from far, I see one yellow thing by my wheel. I say, oh, they lock my wheel, right? So I can't move, right? So I went to the checkpoint, because I don't lock that checkpoint. I went to the checkpoint where around the building, right?
Uh-huh.
And the officer in there stopped me and said, where are you going? I tell him I'm going home. He said, but here, they lock my vehicle right over there. And I walk in, right? He said, you have to go in there, go check with it. So I said, sure, I can. And first, then tell me Belize Board of Management.
Yeah, it's once they lock your wheel,
Yes,
it's
but then
nothing
I
to
go
do.
there, and then no, I have to go see immigration, right? No, the beginning of the royal treatment, right? Go in there, I was the supervisor. I go in there and I knock on the door, and I walk in, the supervisor is there, but when you walk in, son, you feel the air of power, right? Of arrogance in their ways, right? Because I offended them, right? In doing their job according to them, right? So I started speaking to her and explaining to her what happened. She said I disrespected the officer. I tell her, Miss Otley, I did not disrespect the officer. I promptly identified myself and told him where I was going, and specifically told him I do not need a travel document. And what did he tell you? He told me to come in here. And I asked him, for what? Why didn't you come in here? For what? Why do I have to come in here for? Huh? So we started a little back and forth, and then she called the police. And
Okay.
the police came, and he was a nice fella. He's doing his job too, right? But he promptly told Miss Otley, no, Miss Otley, I know Mr. Cuello, and he is not a disrespectful person.
The police told her.
Yes, because she wanted them to arrest me, right? Because the arrogance is oozing out of her pores, right? You can see it, right? And when she couldn't do that, you know what she did? So Mexicans came in, right? They were going back to Chutomal. She promptly took me out of the office, left me out there. The Mexicans going back to Chutomal, Sane, took about almost 3/4 hour in that building, in that room, man, just to go back to Chutomal. Almost 3/4 hour I was standing up out there. And when they left, I did not come home because I wanted to bring my vehicle. That's the first point, right? So when they came out, I politely knocked on the door, and I opened it and I peeped in, and she looked at me, that way. Look, I got you by the, your heart and mind have to follow me. I got you. So he tell me, give me a minute. Okay. She left me over there for about 25 minutes without minutes on it.
25.
Yeah.
And
I was-
that was
yeah.
long 25 though.
Yes, because you're in there, you're a torture. She's mentally torturing me, right? She's humiliating me, right? She waited until the next shift coming in, which was Mr. Arzu, right? Which wasn't much nicer anyway, right? I almost stormed in and tell her, look, you want to arrest me or you want to let me go out, huh? Or give me back my vehicle. But I held back myself. And when I went in there, they were deciding what they do with me. So they decided, say, all right, you go through, Mr. Koyo, we'll have a come for your vehicle tomorrow. You know?
What?
Yes. You have to come for your vehicle tomorrow if you want. So I politely walk out and I made my brother to go look for me at the border. So I told them, so you back I hitchhike to go home. And if something happened to me on the road, will you be responsible or what? But they don't give a damn, right? So when I returned the next day, we went to border management again. We were dealing with the border management. But border management told me that it's the immigration that told them to lock my tire. So I have to go and see border management. No, immigration. So we went in there, right? And when we went in, there was a new officer. Look, he just started working. Mr. Reyes, who is a nice fella, right? Spoke with us very candidly, and we interchanged our ideas. And he said, and we explained to him why do we have to come in here. You know why the officer doesn't have the authorization to let a Belizean pass if he knows him, or when he said that they are junior officers, so they can't give you the authorization to go. Say, but Mr. God, why if he told you to come in here, why don't you again reiterate? Why do I have to come in here to ask for a permission?
Why?
Why? Huh? So he can give you a piece of paper. For what for? Huh? What for?
What will the paper do?
Yeah, what will that do? He said, well, we're just doing our job, right? We're just doing our job.
And this is
he said
my challenge to you.
He told me that he has heard that the junior officer is making people pass, right? That affects me, right? That has to stop. Why? I told him, Mr. Reyes, you doing your job, I am working on my constitution. That's what I'm working on my constitutional right, my human right, my God-given right. They are taking that away from every single Belizean, sonny.
But it is in the law, really, and this is
that's what I'm telling you.
This is where it box, because again
it box because the people are not doing nothing about it.
I was talking to this immigration officer, and he was telling me, he said, Mr. Sani, he said, I understand you and Mr. Rainey when you are on the radio, so they're listening.
Yeah.
They're listening. I understand you and Mr. Rainey on the radio. Yes, if you are a Belizean and coming into Belize, it is true that the immigration department cannot arrest you or charge you for coming in illegal into Belize. It is true, we cannot do that.
Sani, who brought that up, Sani?
You brought it up. You brought it up, and I am happy for that.
Yeah.
That's something that you have championed.
Because they used to do it, right?
Tú ya hiciste esto para la gente de Belice, y la gente todavía no comprende qué es lo que tu meta tuyo. As the owner of this radio and the host of this radio, I have to show you that it is the law. It is the law. The law that is is doing what it's doing. Really.
You can see the law is wrong. Why? Because if they can't stop you from coming in, why should they stop you from going out?
You just said something very important. You went to border management. When you went to border management, you told border management about the lacking of your vehicle, your tire, and then border management said it's immigration. You should have asked them, and was it right or wrong to do it?
Yeah.
Was it a violation to
I wasn't charged for nothing, Sonny.
No. But you see, these were the questions maybe that should have been asked without offending. You know,
Yeah.
what many a times has happened, Rene. What many a time has happened is that people that get these jobs and they are trained by the older officers how to do these jobs. Those who study the books and they apply what they learned on the books. It's not that they are arrogant, ignorant. Sometimes it's the law. It's the law, and some of them just the mind and job.
Sonny, blind obedience to the lie is the farthest thing from the truth. May I
Well,
repeat that
again,
again? Huh?
again, I just told you this.
May I repeat that again so they can listen and understand?
And I will tell you again, you should have asked, border management. So immigration told you to go and lock. Yes. Immigration are not the boss
Of border management.
of border management.
Yeah.
Border management is not over immigration. Immigration is not over the customs department. The customs department is not over immigration.
Yeah.
Baja is not over the customs, and customs is not over Baja. They are separate departments that should be working collaboratively and together at the border. There are 4 different departments at the border. There is the border management, there is the immigration, there is the customs department, and there is Baja that are out there. 4 different entities are out there. 4 different offices are out there.
So immigration shouldn't tell border management what to do.
Can't. That's why they have their people out there.
Well, that's why I every day when I talk about this, I get educated, right?
But they are
And I
works.
learn, right?
They work hand in hand. They work hand in hand. If a vehicle is parked outside, by right, yes, and courtesy, they would call and say, does anybody know about the red car that is parked outside? I mean,
Yeah.
any of the officers?
Right.
Because maybe they won't know. You know, and they will say, let us check if no, and then, oh, you know what, some Mexicans came and they parked the car there and they went for when? For yesterday evening about 4 o'clock, they're going to check the entry, lock the wheel. Because then when they come, they have to pay the overnight parking fee. Because if they don't lock the wheel, then they will come and they will drive off and they will not pay. That's the only reason.
Well, I will
And
you pay that?
and there is no kind of problem, no border management. If you park where you shouldn't park your vehicle, they can lock your wheel because you shouldn't park there. They got parking areas, and they have so much
Time limit.
that you can park.
Well, but you see, I went.
But nobody again the same thing you just said. But then can say go lock the wheel, except if it is something that they are working together. But they can't tell you. But was it right or was it wrong? That's something that you should have asked. ¿Está bien o está mal lo que ellos te pidieron que hagas?
Well, you see, Sani, you said something that
Es importante.
really caught my mind, and it's supposed to catch everybody's mind.
Everybody mind.
This one, yeah.
Why?
The immigration officer tell you specifically that they cannot arrest you or charge you for coming into your country. Why the hell you want to stop me from go out? It is simple as that. Huh?
Yes,
It's
why?
as simple as that.
It is something that I think, Mr. Cuello, it's happening slowly. The officers know, They didn't know. They know.
Well,
they know.
this officer, Miss Otley,
They know.
actually, me want do an example of them because here is a arrest, right?
Yeah.
But arrest me for what? For disrespecting the officer.
No.
Right?
This is where
That way she made it talk about, right?
this is where it happens, and this is where we would explode. When you know what?
This is my Belize boss.
You can't come tell me and then one. If you curse them,
I didn't.
and if you curse them,
I didn't.
then that is verbal abuse.
I didn't.
If you push them, if you just touch them, that is already harassment.
I can tell you, I did not disrespect the
If you
officer.
do any, and then no, that's where the charges will come.
Yeah. I guess. All I
So-
did, I promptly parked my vehicle and I walked
And,
out.
and that is what they are looking for.
But I didn't do it.
That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
They're looking for you.
That's why I held back myself, sir, because
Yes,
I was
sir.
about to
Yeah,
burst
yes.
in that door and, explode. But I said no. I politely tapped on the door very respectfully. And, I was just humiliated
Yesterday,
and not treated like a Belizean. Right?
yesterday I was in Belize City. I was moving from Princess Margaret Drive, where the hospital is, going into the boulevard, and there's a roundabout. So the roundabout in Belize City is a double lane. Most roundabouts are double lane, inside and outside. Depends if you outside, if you want to exit on the first exit, then you go outside so that you can exit. If you want to go around, then you have to go inside. That's the law of driving. So I started pushing myself, seeing the vehicles that were going outside, and as soon as the vehicle exited before me, I went inside. But then behind me, there was a city council traffic department pickup. Put my signal, went in, and then passed the first exit, went to the second exit, put my signal, and went to the boulevard. So then my daughter said, "Dad," he said, "they're hearing you." The transport department then said at me. So she lowered down the window because so the young piece of guy that has milk in his teeth,
No got no experience, no nothing. They don't know their jobs, honey.
he say, "Do you know how to drive on roundabouts?" Why he need to make a
Explode. You
but
did explode.
I hold, I don't know, first time I guess, because I missed the explosion. Meaning care. Me already there's some point of time I don't care, And I said, "Of course I can drive a roundabout." He said, "Well, I said, man," I said, "You were right. You know how far he said, "You don't care." I tell Dina, "Let's go. Put up your glass." Man, Orange Walk have how much roundabouts? What they are young.
You catch your lane, that's all.
Catch you lane and they brakes. I always see they went to the motorcycle man and sometimes then they come beep. I tell them, hey, when they stop or I chase them down, I say, "El pito no te va a parar. Es tu brakes." El pito no te va a ayudar de que no lleves tu putazo. Es el brakes. Press your brakes, not your hand. You have to learn to drive and
Yes,
drive
safely.
respectful. Drive
Defensively and safely.
defensive and safe. It is really.
Yes.
But these young people that are out there driving, man, it's so sad.
Okay.
So sad. But again,
I remember, so other words, Mr. Reyes tell me, right, the officer, the in charge right now. He said that they not do the laws, right? And if I want to change that, the lawmakers have to change the laws. But I guess they can put one input. I guess they can put an input. To me, Sonny, if I were to be a minister, right? The first thing I would make them teach in a school that the Constitution of Belize. I doubt they ever do that. The Constitution and your rights and freedom, which is the most important thing of a human being. Your rights and your freedoms. Don't let them, no one trample on it. When the law has become an injustice, your duty is to resist. Duty becomes a resistance, or resistance becomes a duty. Resistance becomes a duty when the law is unfair, and that's what I'm doing there. Right?
it is sad, yeah. And they know that you are an activist.
They know it, yes.
They know that you are an activist. They know that And you are an activist. You are a one-man activist, because what you're fighting for and what you are gaining. I remember you coming in and told me, Sani said, the two of my friends were coming in and they were charged $1,000 for
Yes.
coming into Belize.
Yes. And the lie is still there. But they know they shouldn't use it.
Yeah.
You know? The lie is still there, but they know
But
because,
that's a good one too. If
because
they-
you know
if
why?
they-
Because I told them, look, if you take me to court, we end up in ICJ, but I will not pay or be arrested to come into my country.
You know,
That's what I told them, right?
and these are things that happened, and I don't know why really. I was
It is ridiculous, honey.
I was saying yesterday about this young man, 21 years being jailed, 21 years being inside of the Colby Foundation, inside of the Belize Central Prison. 21 years. You know, I am freed right now, 18 years from prison. Since I got my release from prison.
You know what's an injustice, honey? That's
Since
an
I got my
injustice.
freedom. And I remember this young man inside of the prison confines. I remember him being there 18 years. On the 16th of December marked me 18 years of
It's
freedom.
not funny, honey.
No, Rennie, you so much things happen inside.
You see, after you win after you win a right, honey, they don't even remember you, right?
No,
They don't remind you. Mind you, remember when we used to go to Bota, remember when we gone there and then you used to do it?
yeah,
And we finally did it, right?
you know,
Nobody even remembers what I went through there, right? What I went through there when they arrested me and all of those things. Tried to charge me for illegal entering my country. They tried, remember?
yes, I remember.
And they was thrown out.
Now the immigration department, thanks to the immigration department, thanks to those officers who had to buck heads, maybe, I don't know how hard they had to explain to the senior officers that you cannot.
It is
Miss Tanya is no. Who is the CEO for
Tanya
immigration?
Santos.
Miss Tanya Santos.
No, the director is Ms. Estrada.
Miss Tanya Santos is the chief executive officer. Very wonderful, brilliant.
Well, why hasn't she seen into this
Well,
problem?
I don't know if she's aware.
She must be aware. She's the manager.
I don't know if she's aware.
The CEO. She must be aware of this problem.
I think, Renee, it's important. It's important maybe to get in touch with her. Very important.
I have said already,
especially now that this have brewed. You know, we don't hear the media. Following the incident that took place at the western border.
Yeah. This happened at the airport with the young lady from
No.
Brazil. Oh, the one at
the western border where the officer physically assaulted, came out from the, and was shown on camera.
Yes.
Okay, he came out from his cubicle, walked to the lady and pushed her down.
Yeah. And yet nobody look into the problem and why that happens, honey. Because you have to stamp and stand up in the line and wait.
And in no way,
that's why that happened.
In no way that officer was under any threat of that lady because he was inside a cubicle.
Exactly, but nobody look into the cause of the problem, right?
Yeah.
That because the lady, the officer is speaking with someone, he doesn't pay nobody mind. You have to wait.
What the immigration
burst into verbal assaults, he got mad, right?
What the immigration department is slowly doing is for it to slide, to take long until eventually it goes to oblivion. Eso está mal, Renny. Eso está mal. Otra cosa, ayer, a las noticias de Jules Vázquez, es triste que este muchacho
sí, es cierto.
Busque su novia de Brasil, una linda, hermosa brasileña que tiene sus estudios en lo que es environment.
Sí, sí, lo veo.
Y en el ambiente, bien estudiar en el ambiente. Tal vez podía traer algo para Belice. Se conocieron en lo que es el internet, en el Facebook, en lo que sea que se conocieron.
Pero puedes ver las diferencias,
Y esta muchacha viene de Brasil, y porque viene de Brasil no le cedieron
no le dieron pase porque solo tenía $16 americanos, pero tiene tarjetas de crédito. Si cuando yo voy a Estados Unidos no me preguntan cuánto dinero llevo. Raro es la vez que me preguntan eso.
You know, yesterday I went to Belize City. All I had in my wallet was $12. I went to Belmopan. All I had in my wallet that $12.
But look at
I came back to Belize, to Orange Walk,
and still have it $12.
and I still have it $12.
Okay, listen to me. Look at the difference, right?
But I put $200 gas.
Yes.
I paid $400 at Lance Department. I paid, I think, about $80 for food.
But look man the difference, Andy. Look man the difference. Listen to me.
And I still got me $12 in my wallet.
Yes, but listen to me. Look man the difference.
How time have evolved?
Jules Bassett went to the airport and it is problem, right? Right? I want a foreigner trying to come into Belize and couldn't. But he don't pay me mind when that happened to me, right?
You're too far.
He's not interested because it is not a scandal, right?
You see, Rennie,
it's not a scandal.
Rennie, time, and this is where again, and it is law.
Mm-hmm.
It is law. You must show evidence to the officer. You must show evidence of cash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm bringing this. But then, even for us, the Belizean, it's no longer cash. It is card.
But even the Jamaicans had the cash and they never want to come in, huh?
This is so amazing.
Yeah.
This is what represents.
They don't want you to travel with cash, and when you don't have, they chastise you.
This is what represents our money. This is where our money are. This can tell you the $56.65 I got balance in my card.
Yeah.
Because I checked it this morning. I said, make I check my card how much balance I have at all, because I almost broke $56.65. This is what I have here on my card. But then really, what I'm saying is that this represents your money.
Yeah.
So how can they refuse an entry, and then why this man with all the bouquet of flowers and the love that the first time
he had all the reservations, honey.
All the reservations, everything. And the boyfriend there outside is a Belizean.
It's the feeling of raw powers, honey, to humiliate people,
how did the girl
and
say
to please your bosses, right? That's what happens in those situations like that.
Why was it?
You want to get a stripe. You want to get another stripe, right?
I am denying you entrance, and that is final.
Yeah. Because it is the feeling of power, right? You know. That's what they want to do. That's what they showed me on Sunday.
Yeah.
The what they can do with power. So they humiliated me. They left me there for about 3 hours.
But
I believe that's what they do.
And Rennie, ¿y sabes qué es lo que pasa? Los beliceños somos pendejos.
Pues garantizado, porque tienes que hablar y no entienden.
Nosotros realmente somos pendejos.
Estoy hablando desde 2014.
Sorry, but it's true. We are a set of foolish people. You know why? Because we don't do nothing.
Yeah. They can trample on you and you don't care.
What they did to you.
What
they did to you. You can take them to court. Whosoever lack your will.
I thought about all of that, Sunday, but I don't want to go through those things. You know.
You can take border management to court. You can take the immigration to court. For all the humiliation, they don't charge you.
Yes, but if you do that, you know, you have to get a liar, and the liar goes and mess ups in the court, and you take 2-3 years. I don't have time for that. I am determined to get this thing done.
And this is
Huh?
why, but this is something that we have, Mr. Cuello, that we realize, you know what? Esa es la verdad, no tenemos el dinero. Y ellos saben que no tenemos el dinero. Ellos saben que ni un beliceño vaya a buscar a Mr. Eamon Courtney y a Mr.
Dickie Bradley,
o Mr.
cualquiera.
Godfrey Smith para que peleen un caso para ti que estás seguro que van a ganar, que les va a costarles 30, 40 mil dólares. ¿Para qué? You think I got time for waste?
Yeah,
I tie up
exactamente.
$40,000.
But I tell the last time when I had a chat with her, I tell her,
So
look,
they know.
look, you carry me that quote, I don't need one liar. I tell her. I can stand up and I will tell the judge the same thing I want to tell you.
I remember.
You cannot stop me from coming to my country and
I
charge
re-
me neither. All right.
I remember in Belize City, this young man Zabani, with Miss Rose, is the son of Miss Rose. They estaban llenando,
Oh, sí, sí, ajá, sí.
estaban haciendo land
Sí,
reclamation.
recuerdo, sí. Mhm.
And whilst they were doing the land reclamation, the environmental went to stop them.
Yeah, I remember.
And he said, "This is my land. It just got erosion,
yeah.
but we are just putting it back. There's nothing wrong.
Mhm.
The sea starts way out there,
Yeah.
and I mean, thing."
Yeah, I remember.
And they carry police, and the man calls up the policeman. He never play, but he has money.
Yeah.
He has authority. He has money. Calls up the big guns, and he say he ain't afraid for them there. Cause I tell the man, dump the truck, and he had dumped the truck, and let's go. They got to court.
Yeah, I remember.
They went to court. It took a
And he
while
won.
in court.
And he won.
$3.4 million.
No, man.
Yes.
I think 10 million again.
That'll be 10 million.
Yeah, 10 million again.
But I have to find that. I have to find that.
You look for me and try carrying that quote, boy.
No, really, man. You get a big award. You get plus. You still get the land.
Well, when they catch me right now is like what they're saying, say, everyone knew it was impossible. What I am doing, Sani, what I am doing, many people feel like it is impossible because they do it the wrong way, then say, right? Until a fool who didn't know came along and did it. And that's what's going to happen. Because I am determined to do these things, honey. Even if I have to stand up on my own. I am sick and tired of being humiliated by my own countrymen. I'm sick and tired of that. Like if they can't think, if they can't reason, we'll have to show them how to reason. Because all truth passes through 3 stages, honey. First, it is ridiculed, which they are doing to me, right? Second, it is violently opposed, like what happened to me, the Botes, right? Third, it is accepted as being self-evident. And we're on our way. Because when the officer tell you that they can't stop you, it is being accepted as self-evident that they can't arrest you and charge you for coming into your country.
Can't.
And that has to come out.
That's something that is. Was it Santa Elena Cayo one? I can't remember what was the. I have to remember. Because it was not the guy's Zamani. His mother was the one that his mother was the one that I can't remember that the case, but it was a hefty win for them. Good morning once again, buenos días a todo mundo que se encuentra con nosotros. Estamos con Renny Cuello y hablando de lo que es la verdad el beliceño como nosotros realmente no sé si es algo natural en nosotros, el miedo que tenemos entre nosotros
A los oficiales.
a la autoridad.
Ajá, a la autoridad. Ajá.
You know?
Aunque esté,
and I believe
aunque esté malo la autoridad.
and I believe this is from whom,
Yeah.
From whom? When we were growing up, how our parents.
We are
Our
not
parents.
taught. We are not taught about our constitution in the schools, honey.
We were not taught
The-
how to defend
none at all.
ourselves. We were not taught without being abusive,
Yeah.
without being violent. We were not taught that at home. At home, we were a survival, maybe so to speak. You know, when your mom, you know, apúrate, ya son las 5, ya va a venir tu papá, te van a pegar. You know,
Yeah. It's fair.
it's fair. No sé si yo quería a mi
Until
papá.
you grow up and you realize it is wrong, right?
Si yo quería a mi papá, you know, like I always say, you know, when we were eating, and maybe Mayo would take a piece of my flour tortilla, and I run for get back the flour tortilla,
Yeah.
and I knock over my cup of milk. You know,
You know where I get?
boy, that's a beating. That's a beating. That's a
Yeah.
beating, and no make it drop the milk drop in on the beans, because you want to eat the beans with milk. Lo vas a comer, y lo vas a comer, y si no lo comes te voy a chingar encima. So they beat you because you don't want to eat it. They beat you, plus you want to eat it. You know, I know. I always tell my kids, you know, when we are around the table, and sometimes, as if this were to turn over a glass of water or juice or whatsoever, the first thing I do is run to the kitchen sink and get the cloth dried, you know. No, nada de pega. I I don't beat them, you know. And while I am doing it, me recuerda de mi mamá y mi papá. And I would tell them, in our days, if this would happen, they would beat us.
Well,
You know, they would beat us.
that is what happening, sonny.
I remember Sanito crashing my pickup after I just finished painting it. He was driving it in the yard, and he knocked it into the gate and scraped the pickup. So the following day, Hernan came, and Hernan saw the truck all scrape up and mash up. Just come out from the shop a week ago, 1 week after coming out from the paint shop. So then Hernan's son, he said, your dad got drunk last night. I said, no, Tio, my dad don't drink. He said, how we crash the pickup? He said, I know my dad, Tio, that me. That you crash it? He said, yes, Tio. He said, boy, he said, well, when he said that, he must say, well, beat you. He said, beat me? For what, Tio? He said, he and care that go fix. You know, Rennie, and I learned that, you know, that sometimes we as parents, we get vexed with wife, we get vexed with children, we reach home because they spoil the TV, and you are curse up and curse up and curse up and curse up. And what will happen at the end of the day?
You know, do nothing.
You're going to buy an extra?
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what happened with this law, sonny. Because people are afraid, because they know that they used to lock you up in a little room there.
Yeah.
And they used to carry that court, and right away you pay $1,000. Because you never get
And it's
that
wrong.
useless goddamn stamp, right?
And they can still do it.
Uh-huh.
They can still do it
Yes,
because it's the law.
but if you go to court and buck them,
yeah.
you will win.
And I said again, maybe with you, Renny Quayle, they might spare the rod on you, because they know
They don't want the
they
people
know
to
that
know the
you,
truth.
Renny Quayle, have the finances, you have the time to go and buck heads with them. But how if it's a man that needs to be at his job? How if it's a man that needs to be
I need to be at my job, son. I just can't leave my job. I left my job to come
if
here.
but if they were pushed to shove and you go to court
Yes.
and you want to fight them, you going. You will find time for that. But suppose it's a man that works at BSI, and they need him, and he can't just walk off on BSI and just tell them, well, I have to go to court today. I have to go this. I'm going to go. No. They can't, because then when they come, they tell you know what? Well, then
You see what they're
you
trying
lose
to
your
do?
job. And this is what we fear.
what they are trying to do right now, Sane, is suppress the truth from coming out.
We fear.
They are trying to, so they don't want the people to know that they cannot arrest you and charge you. They don't want people to know that.
Yeah.
Because then everybody will do what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
And they want to control people.
But one thing
You
I
only
want to...
you don't
I-
control people, you
one
control
thing I
capital.
want to ask the Belizean people. Una cosa yo les quiero decir. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's a man and a woman in uniform. It doesn't matter if it is that person in a shop, even at home, your wife, your children. You know, you need to not to be exploding and cursing, and
I didn't.
because that's when you lose.
Yeah.
You lose.
Yeah.
Whatsoever you lose.
Yes, that's why I didn't do it.
So even if it is something right that you were doing, then you cannot fix it with a wrong. You cannot fix something right with a wrong. When you do wrong, you lose. When
Exactly.
you do
Yeah,
wrong,
yeah.
you lose. You cannot fix a right with a wrong. Y eso es a donde nosotros los beliceños fallamos, porque a veces se los chispotea. El 220 voltajes nos pega.
What I know I'm not doing wrong.
Ya, y los
No,
ves,
not doing wrong.
y los ves allá, y a veces queremos ofenderlos, a decirles cosas, y then eso es problema. You know, but again, I said, Mr. Cuello, I really love to see how this thing is unfolding, and how we can
And I asked the officers and
we can do something to work
listen to me. I asked the officer, right?
for the betterment and benefit
Yeah.
of all Belizeans.
Yeah. Well, I asked the officer, right, just to do something to help the congestion at the border. Why don't you
Huh.
only scan people passports, right?
Make I take one break. I want
Okay,
take one
okay.
break. And when I come back, I want you to tell me exactly. This is where we are advancing. This is where something good is coming. But first, let's do our weather report. Thanks to all the master rums, our sponsors, Belize's finest liquors, Old Master, the spirits of Belize, Old Master Rums, los licores más finos del país de Belize.
Well, this about the old master gold rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. What's this? Some gold rum come to town, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand in rum. Some gold rum feed the form, old master climb the home. When parties start to bump, old master gold the rum. When the people having fun, old master gold the rum. When having a barbecue, old master gold for you. When having a picnic, old master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lily. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town. Some gold rum come to town, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand in rum. Some gold rum feed the form, old master climb the home. When parties start to bump, old master gold the rum. When the people having fun, old master gold the rum. When having a barbecue, old master gold for you. When having a picnic, old master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lily. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. At this time, we join the National Met Service of Belize for this morning's weather forecast for today, the 18th day of December of 2024. We join forecaster on duty at this time at the National Met Service of Belize, Francisca Wellington, for this morning's weather report. Good morning to you, Ms. Francisca. Buenos dias.
Morning. Relatively moist and cool conditions will support cloudy spells with a few showers or periods of light rain mainly over central and northern areas today, then mainly along the coast tonight. In the outlook for Thursday and Thursday night, isolated showers or light rain will continue to affect mainly coastal areas. Winds today will blow from the north and northwest at 5 to 10 knots and seas will be slight. Low tides will occur at 6:44 this morning and 5:39 this evening. High tides follow at 12:45 this afternoon and 11:54 tonight. Temperatures this afternoon will peak at 70 Fahrenheit up in the Maya Mountains, 80 along the coast and 82 inland. The moon will set at 9:19 this morning and the sun will go down at 5:22 this evening. In the sargassum forecast, impacts, if any, from sargassum will continue to be minimal as observations show little to no sargassum over our area. And that's the latest from the Belize Weather Bureau. Do have a pleasant day.
Thank you so much, dear forecaster Francisca Wellington, as the relatively moist and conditions continue to prevail in the country of Belize. Thank you once again, Ms. Francisca Wellington. Thank you to the National Met Service of Belize. And thank you to our sponsors, Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize.
Well, this about the old master gold rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. What's this? Some gold rum come to town, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand it wrong. Some gold rum feed the form, old master climb the home. When parties start to bump, old master gold the rum. When the people having fun, old master gold the rum. When having a barbecue, old master gold for you. When having a picnic, old master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lily. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town. Some gold rum come to town, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand it wrong. Some gold rum feed the form, old master climb the home. When parties start to bump, old master gold the rum. When the people having fun, old master gold the rum. When having a barbecue, old master gold for you. When having a picnic, old master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master gold lily. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, old master gold the crown. Some gold rum come to town, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. Una vez más, gracias Orange, gracias Corozal, gracias Belize. Estamos aquí en Power FM con Mr. Rennie y estamos aprendiendo bastante cosas, ¿verdad? Porque realmente lo que queremos es una cosa: nunca promover violencia, nunca promover falta de respeto. Yeah, you know, we don't want the lose respect, because then we are lose.
Sí.
The day or the moment we lose control. My wife always tell me this, you know.
Yeah.
My wife,
who best lose? Huh?
my wife would always tell me this: when you explode,
You lose.
you lose.
That's what I tell you. Who best lose?
And sometimes, you know, I try to maintain my, as much as I could, Pero a veces es difícil, es difícil. Um, we try our best. Pero una cosa yo sí quiero decir, de veras, de todo corazón yo lo quiero decir. No vayamos en ningún lado a faltarle respeto a ninguna persona en autoridad. They are in authority. We have to respect it. Even Bible tells us, let us respect authority. Vamos a darle respeto a la autoridad. And whatsoever is there already, it will follow on your behalf.
Pues, like what me tell you, Sonny.
Pero tú mencionaste algo importante antes que vayamos en el brief.
Yeah, like what me tell
Que después que todo esto ya pasó y estabas hablando con
Mr. Reyes,
Reyes,
which is a very nice person, right?
tú le hiciste una
Understand,
pregunta.
right?
What was or you give him
I gave
a suggestion.
I
Let us
asked,
hear the
what did
suggestion
Mr.
you give
Reyes
him.
to help this congestion at the border, at least why not just scan the Belizean passport, which is not really something that they should do, right? But that would help. That would help people from being stuck in that lane for a half hour, 3/4 hour, whatever, right? It would speed up the process. And he told me that he was just following the law, right? But with all due respect, they have a saying where say, we are born ignorant, not stupid. We get stupid by through education, right? That means that when you get educated, you lose your touch with reality. You lose your touch with reasoning because you consider yourself above the common people. You feel like the common people can't reason, or they're wrong. They don't listen to them, and because you think you are educated and he's not, so you don't want to listen to what he's saying, right? But like what I tell you, the first step is they ridicule you, then they want to stop you violently, then they accept it, which is we're almost on the third step, because they kind of accept it already, that they can't arrest you or charge you, which is the right thing to do, no matter what the law say. No matter what the law say, that is the right thing to do.
Because the difference is that we are an independent country. Somos un país independiente, un país que ganamos independencia el 21 de septiembre de 1981, y eso ha cambiado mucho.
Debió de haber cambiado esta cosa.
Pero las leyes siguen. Las leyes siguen ahí, René.
Yo debía de ser bienvenido cuando yo llegué a esa frontera, no humillado.
Yeah.
Pero fui humillado de la forma más horrible, porque cuando llegaban los mexicanos yo se los decía, hasta insultaban, no lo pueden creer. Les digo, yo soy un beliceano, no pueden entrar a mi país, les digo. Me tienen agarrado acá, me trancaron en mi vehículo y ¿cuándo tú has visto que le suceda algo así a un mexicano, Sani? ¿Cuándo? ¿Ah? Oye, se lo expliqué al oficial, le digo, oye, Sani, le expliqué al Mr. Reyes, vas al lado mexicano, ves cómo los mexicanos entran y salen de su país. Sí, pero ellos tienen su ley, nosotros tenemos nuestra ley. Ellos son 130 millones, les digo. ¿Ah? ¿Qué problema tienen que un mexicano salga y entre? Acá solo somos 300,000 y creen que all hell will break loose if they make you go across. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, they have to know and they have to know. I tell Mr. No can help we. Not no happen to me cross. They no can help me. That me and my problem there, and the Mexican. Huh? If I need no help, I go call for no help without a stamp. I don't have a stamp for get no help. If I need the help from the council, that's a tomal, right? I don't need one stamp for that.
Well, again, I say, Mr. Rene, and everything is true. Everything what you're saying is true. But there are laws, and until those laws are amended, the immigration department will continue to act,
And my duty will be to resist. And I will resist.
will act in accordance to their law. Yes, we will be meeting many Mr. Reyes, and we will be meeting many Miss Ortiz.
Otley.
Many Miss Otleys. Those who believe that, somebody might say right now, boy, no, Miss Otley is a very nice person. I think I met Miss Otley once too, and she was very nice to me. Very nice. And that's why sometimes when we
Because you fell in line or what?
No.
All right.
No.
All right, that's why.
I don't remember what it was, but
It's not look,
she
Sonny.
was very nice.
It's not being nice just because you fall in line, and they treat you nice.
I think it was when I was.
All right.
Yeah, I think she was the one that
No.
facilitated.
If you're not you are not rebelling against the foolish laws, and they treat you nice, it's okay. You do not know that way. But if you rebel against the stupid garam laws, and they want to humiliate you,
well, then
they are not nice. Huh?
Well, then remember the laws are there since 1949, and again, it's something that needs to be revisited. It's something needs to be looked at. And Mr. Reyes was very truthful to you. It's not the immigration department that did the laws.
Sonny, but I think they can. They can.
Should. I think they should.
They can do it. They can hold a meeting and say, you know what? Let's just start scanning Belizean passport, and they won't have no problem. Huh?
But they are scanning the passport.
But they scan and stamp you. That's a big problem, Sonny.
No. I went to Chetomal.
Only to people that they know, right? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Sonny.
The first time I saw her, this was a new face there. First time I saw her, I said, good morning. He said, good morning. And then, good afternoon.
If they would only scan that passport, you wouldn't have those long lines on that line, man. I'm telling you, man.
I said, I'm going to Chenomal. I go to Chenomal and have the
Mexican card.
I didn't even tell her nothing. Just scan and go. You see, because
Yeah, but will not always meet someone like that, right?
But
it has to be a policy.
Yes, but let's say you go to the immigration. When you are at the immigration, you give them your passport. You don't say nothing. She or he does not know if you have a Mika card, and they will not ask you if you have a Mika card. It is your right.
You see,
it is your prerogative. It's your best to tell them, you know what, ma'am or mister, I got a Mika card. So then they only will scan it, because they know that if you don't have a Mika, they have to stamp your passport so that you can go over.
Well, then you've asked for it, Sonny.
If you are going,
you've asked for the stamp.
If you are going through, you have your electronic card, they don't want to tell you nothing. They don't want to ask you if you got passport or no passport. They just want to scan the electronic card and you go. They just scan it and you go.
What they asked me the same thing. Mr. asked me, why don't I buy a card? We told him those cards supposed to be for Mexicans, not for us, not for nationals. That's supposed to be for the Mexicans to come into Belize easy, Sonny. Huh?
The cards
give it to Belizeans. Like, look,
give Belizeans access.
They're still treating you like an immigrant and an immigrant, man, like a foreigner. They're still being treated that way.
But then remember really that it's not only at our border. It's not only a matter of the Belizean side. It's a matter of the Mexican side.
That's your duty if you don't have a Mika card. Then you ask the officer, please give me a stamp because I'm going to Chetomal. But if you're not going to Chetomal, you're going to the free zone.
No.
Why not? That's the way it's supposed to be. Because you can't go, or else the Mexican will send you back.
But you see,
then you'll be wasting your time. So you ask for it.
Let me tell you that when we are reaching the border, I will tell my wife, passports, pop, she take all the passports and the cards. So when I give them, I give them with the card. Sometimes if I don't want to tell them nothing, with the card, see the card there, bam, see that. Take it and boom, scan it and boom. Even rapidito.
The Belize card?
No, the Mexican.
The Mexican card.
I give them with the Belizean passport so that they don't stamp the passport. They don't know they don't have to stamp it because.
Well, I don't know that.
They
I
have
know.
a visa.
I don't believe that, Sonny.
Yes, man.
Because some of them still do it.
No, man. No.
Because they know you. Huh?
No.
It should be with everyone.
I don't think so.
It should be with every Belizean.
I don't think so.
If you know you very good pass, man. If no, you scan the passport.
No.
Then you will not have those long goddamn lines there
No, I
keeping
have,
back people,
no,
man.
I have met some that I know. And when I give them the passport with the Mika card, they will tell me, be safe, Mr. Biza.
They know you.
Yourself. Nice.
Yeah.
And I drive
That's
again.
the way it should be with everyone. Huh?
They scan. They don't even scan the passport.
That's
So
the way it should be, Sonny, with every Belizean.
when I'm
Huh?
coming back again, I give the returning officer my passport with my Mika card and tell them that I'm coming back, but they never even scanned the passport. And all he would say, go ahead, Mr. Biza. Go ahead, bossman, go ahead. That's it. That's it.
But I don't tell you.
And one time I even and I told the gentleman that was there, and he still took the passport and he was going through the passport. to
Sonny,
see if
I'm
there was
telling
any
you
stamp.
again, I know the stamp people. I know it because I see it.
But
It shouldn't be only with you and me. It's supposed to be with everybody.
I
Everybody.
do agree
Huh?
with you. I do agree with you in many things that the Mexicans don't drive in and drive out of Belize. Yesterday, David Espadas, Carl and Mr. D was telling me and showing me, Rennie, that where he was born. He was born when his dad
At the border.
when his dad was
Yeah.
the ferryman.
Yeah.
And there you can see the ferry
Yeah.
where his dad used to work and cross over people from Belize.
I remember the ferries, Sonny. I remember the ferries.
I was not born yet.
I remember the ferries.
I don't remember this.
I remember the ferry in Chatumal.
All right. Now listen to this now, Rennie. Now, what he was showing us
Is
that
the-
this is
The
where
British flag was
this
there.
is where he lived.
Uh-huh.
That's David Espada's
House. Yeah.
house where they lived while his dad was working the ferry at the border. Now watch where his house is. Right at the edge of the river.
Yes.
Just imagine they are at the edge of the river. His neighbor street, he said he was born in that
Yes.
house.
Yes.
But today, he cannot take his kids and drive to the place of his birth without a passport. He can't go there without a passport.
Well, do you think that's legal? Do you think that's right?
He can't go there
All right.
without a passport.
Do you think that is right, Sonny?
Matter of
Huh?
fact, I don't think that he can get into that little area no more because things are different. Because you can't go around the riverside.
No.
No, you cannot.
But they shouldn't be able to stop you, Sonny. Why it is that we can't go to water zone?
Things change.
Because of what I told them.
Things
You
change.
cannot stop me from going to the river.
So,
Huh?
so, Mr. Rennie, lo que yo te quiero mostrarte a ti aquí es que las cosas han cambiado y de veras, no sé qué para... Pero una cosa sí puedo decir, that many things have changed. Either it is you, Rennie Cuello,
Slightly changed.
one,
Not
it
much.
is you, Rennie Cuello, that your activism have put a little bit of pressure on the immigration department, or the immigration department in itself are slowly evolving from that colonialism mentality
I doubt that, Sonny.
into an independent.
I really don't think so.
One out of the two, it's happening.
Yeah, because
it is you, Rennie Cuello, your activism, or it is the immigration department that are saying, you know what? Yeah, we are experiencing this. Definitely, I know the problem at the airport is a matter that the immigration head of the immigration leadership will be looking at. You know, refusing entrance to someone that can show you everything, that they don't book this, that, and then they show you I would have tell the man, is there an ATM?
Sonny,
nearby?
I don't think so. I think my resistance is
Yeah, put have ATM.
paying off. Because listen to me.
Let's go to the ATM, make a push my card to show you how much money they in there.
Yes, but
If that you want to say, because they there.
what I want to explain to you, Sonny, when I started to activism, this activism against immigration was because this director, when she came in like a dictator, right? They used to go where the customs are, way down there, to see if you got a passport. You had to stamp to go in the custom compound and search your passport to see if you got a stamp or no stamp. You don't know I could charge you for this? You don't know I could charge you, I could arrest you for this? That's what I used to talk to people, you know.
Really?
Yes, man.
I have
I used to pray.
experience.
You used to pray that you don't stamp. You have to go back and make them stamp you. You have to give it to your friend, make it stamp you. Bullshit, man. You don't do that shit again. I got about two stamp where I no stamp back.
I really don't know, Mr.
Ridiculous.
Koyo. I can't say. I
Can you
can't
no
say I
stamp?
have
Because you
never,
not receive your visitor stamp, they go charge you.
I have never experienced such
Well, I'm
events
telling you.
in my life.
I'm telling you.
The only experience that I have had, I remember a few years ago when this girl from Placencia was coming in. And it really touched me because I said, shucks, now I'm Belizean.
I started to rebel immediately, Sani. Immediately. When this director came in.
Well,
Because I had trouble
like
at
I
the
said again-
border.
I said again, we had different immigration different immigration ministers. And today, the Minister of Immigration is our era representative, Prime Minister of Belize, the Honorable John Briceño. And I believe, Rennie, that it is something that, again, we see this and we don't do it. If we do not write, because I can meet the Prime Minister and I can tell him, but it's not official. Official will be if we write the department. We don't say to Prime Minister. We have to write the department and show that, hey, you know what? Because we are just like dogs barking at a passing car. We they make noise, but we can't bite the car they go. I believe that we need for start to, you know what? Start to put speed bumps, make the car slow down. And putting speed bumps is by writing letters. And I say this and we don't do it. Every time I'm saying this and we don't do it. Need to write letters. Miss Tanya Santos is a brilliant CEO. I don't know who the immigration director is right now.
It's still Mrs. Estrada.
Is
Mrs.
it
Estrada.
Estrada?
Yes.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. And
Don't you remember somebody said that things ain't gonna change until she's being removed? Until she has been removed?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know. Okay?
I ain't gonna say a name who said it, right?
Okay. I don't know. But to this administration, I want to say this. To this administration, whosoever is the director, the present director of immigration, to this administration, she's doing a wonderful job.
In which way? In controlling Belizean people?
I can't say, Mr. Rennie, but this is what I can tell you. The director of immigration, I don't.
In overreaching our authority over Belizean people? Is that the way to do a good job?
Again, I don't know what they do in doing a good job. Ibon Kurn is the immigration minister. Who is the immigration director? It doesn't say the CEO.
See that? Deborah Baptist Estrada, is the name from here?
Wikipedia.
Is that?
Deborah Baptist Estrada. Is she present now?
Yes.
No, sir. Deborah Baptist Estrada is the director of immigration department in Belize. In 2016, she received the International Woman of Courage.
Yeah, I've mentioned that already, Sonny.
She became the director of immigration department. Is she still is? I don't know.
She still is one.
Yeah, I really don't know. But again, I have heard from many that she's a wonderful lady.
Yeah, if you step in the line, yes.
I have heard many that she assists
Yes,
people,
yes.
people that had problem with their naturalization status. People who, matter of fact, even this, she was very successful in setting up the this last how you call it thing, man, when they had when immigration had with getting documents for
the amnesty.
amnesty. She was very, very instrumental in that. She did very good. On
Sani,
that.
those are different problems.
But that's what.
All right.
When you say Rennie, and this
Why
is
doesn't she treat the Belizean people nice? Huh?
and I don't know. I don't know. And
Not
this is,
there when they are coming home.
and this
Huh?
is why I am telling you that maybe the if you ask a person who had problems with their documents in Belize, and because no immigration officer will say, you know what, when you come to Belize, they can't arrest you.
Sani,
This is something that Miss Deborah saw,
Sani,
and maybe this is something that Miss
may
Deborah will
I
say.
remind you,
Maybe she doesn't
Listen
like
to
the
me.
way how you are doing it. Maybe
Li-
she don't want to give an audience. Maybe she don't want.
Sani,
I don't know.
may
don't
I
know.
remind you,
I
listen
don't
to
know.
me, listen to me.
But what I'm saying
Come
is
on,
that
man, come on.
something is different. Is
Listen to me. Her officers were rebelling against her because I guess 2 or 3 of them had died of strokes and heart attacks. They were rebelling against her. Didn't you know that?
No,
All right. They were putting pressure on her.
I don't know, because then again, the pressure won't be.
That's
on
what
her.
I.
The
That's what I
pressure
read
would
on
be-
the news. That's what I read on the news.
The
all right?
pressure would have been. The pressure would have been on
She
the
was
minister.
to how you call it, to Hanzan, right?
Well, again,
Too much
because
Hanzan on the department.
this is what
Let me do my job and please stick to your to yours, right?
The immigration department has been one.
Let me handle this border here and you keep to your
watch out,
department,
Deborah
right?
Baptist, sometimes I believe as a director, but he ain't got time for the worry with the small people where they cross the border with or without passport, or get a stop or don't get stop, or who get locked up, or who
She
who
does,
tire,
honey. She does.
or
She
who
does.
for who tire get,
It is
get
her.
locked.
It is
The
her
immigration
policies.
department is a department that is like a hot bomb.
It is her policies that has the
Ready.
border. I know what I'm telling you.
The immigration department is like a hot bomb. Even right now, the scandal come out that the opposition is talking about big corruption happening in the immigration department.
Yes, but that's different problems, honey.
No, that's the biggest
No,
problem
man,
in
no,
this
no, no.
country.
Not with our
it-
coming into our country.
Yes,
that doesn't has nothing to do with
make
this.
and again, I
Their
told you
corruption.
I told you this. Prime Minister John Briceño might
All right.
even look for even that right now, because
Their-
then
listen to me. Their
his
corruption
focus is trying to see how he can fix this
that
country.
has nothing to do how they treat you when you come to into your country. That corruption, that's
You
your
know?
problem. They can tighten on us because they have a
because then
corruption
the officers,
in the department.
the officers are the ones that they are tightening on, not the Belizean people. That they tighten upon it,
No, and then they tighten on you.
and then they tighten on you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be.
and that's why I tell you, we have to you have to know where the truth lies, Mr. Koyo. I do agree with you, you know, and that's why I'm saying you to this morning. Yes, they are so nice. I don't know why Miss Otley actually, maybe that the feedback when they get, maybe that this, maybe that, but no, she have been nice to me. I'm telling you, I have never done any favors for her, or she have done any favors for me, but we meet.
Now, who was really nice with us was Mr. Reyes.
Yeah, well again,
Right?
I don't know if I have met Mr. Reyes, and
Because Miss Otley see me as a threat, right? That's why I was treated that way. She sees me as a threat of exposing their weakness.
but you are,
All right?
and that's
Their
your-
weakness.
that-
They don't want that. They
and
don't want
that's
people
your
to know
right.
that.
And that's
Yeah.
why we are here, because of the freedom of expression, the freedom of moving on.
They don't want to lose that.
The only thing is that we have to be careful sometimes when we're calling
Yeah.
names and so on, so because
Yeah.
then we tend to be.
Well, I'm not-
I mean, they could carry with a court.
I'm not saying nothing out
Yeah.
of the way, right?
Yeah, they could carry the court.
I'm
and
just
they
telling
kinda
you.
think for
I'm
any-
just saying how I was treated,
Yeah,
right?
but
Okay.
I
I didn't lose my respect to her.
yeah, and that's good.
I didn't, right?
And
Okay.
that's very good because that is why I'm telling you,
I didn't utter a profane word, nothing.
and that's
Right.
and that's what sometimes maybe they want to push you to, even the police. Once you are disrespectful, then they will take authority. They will take advantage.
No,
of you.
I stand on my footing, sonny.
But as long as you don't lose your respect to them, when they tell you jump behind the pickup, jump behind the pickup.
They don't want to lose that power.
When they carry you to the police station, they tell you sit down, sit down. But the moment you start to resist, the moment you start to cuss up, they're gonna beat you, they're gonna club you, they're gonna push you behind that truck, and they will still take you.
Well, I just resisted peacefully, sonny. I just walked across, right? And
Yeah.
came back peacefully.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and this is what I keep on saying, Mr. Cuello. La cosa es que vamos a. I strongly believe that there is a reason that they have. I don't know if it is a part of the colonial curse,
It's a big part, not a part.
and a colonial curse that we still carry in Belize. I don't know if that is what stagnates us from growing like other Caribbean countries, like other Central American countries. We are SICA, we are Commonwealth, we are Caribbean. We so much status Belize have is like having $300 in your pocket and you still don't know what to do with it. You're still broke because you can't.
You see,
do-
sonny, I look at things this way. Look, flight from Mexico is coming in, right? I think it's Copa. No, not Copa. It's a Mexican airline, though. I thought I saw.
Teka,
Sorry.
Avianca.
Aviaxa, right? They can come. But we won't feel the impact like if they allowed the Mexicans
A Mexican
to
plane is
come
coming
in here. Huh?
A Mexican plane coming in?
Yes.
Wow, that's nice. I never know that.
But they can fly in here, but they won't come. You know, it's not like coming across the border and going to Corozal, going to Orchid Bay, going to Sartenea.
Well, again, I will
not
tell you
like that,
this.
right?
I will tell you this. The Honorable Florencio Marin, the Honorable Ramiro Ramirez, have been, and especially Mr. Florencio, they are investing a lot of money in Orinjo, in Corozal Southeast. Millions and millions of dollars they're investing. Really, they watch how Sarteneja looks right now. Pretty. Paved on the front of the seaside. The man paid in about 2 miles. Beautiful.
Yes, and
These investments are not for. These investments are to attract tourists. And which tourists do you think that he's looking at? His father had a dream. The old Jefe the Jefes, Don Florencio Marin,
which tourist was he looking to?
Mexican. Don Florencio was
Not
looking
through the border, because they should have fixed this border a long time already.
Don,
A
Don
long
Florencio-
time. If
This takes time.
Huh?
You know they are thinking that not like what ABC 1 2 3.
it should be,
But Don Florencio.
it should be common sense.
But Don Florencio, Jefe de Jefes, father of Florencio Jr., had that in his heart, had that in his dream. And that's why many a times he had fight for the people of Corozal Southeast. And now today, Florencio Marin Jr. is championing that section. So we look at it. Really, I believe Belize is growing. I believe we are heading somewhere, and I want to thank you this morning because your activism is making things a little bit better for Belizeans at the border. Again, you are with me, we know what it is, but when I go to the border, I will take my travel documents. When I go to the border, I will bid them the morning. I will tell them I'm going to Chetomal, and I will continue giving them right now my Mika and my passport until until one of these days.
You forget your password. What you
And,
do?
and I have done that. And I have done
Yes, but it depends on who you meet there.
and I have done that, and again, I don't know. I just walk inside, and there was a gentleman inside. You know how the gentleman name? Can't remember. I knock at the door, and he said, "Just a minute." He was on the phone, and I waited about 5 minutes, and I knock again, and I went in, because when he finished the phone call, he never come up and said what I came in. I said, "Can I see just a second?" He said, "Yes." I said, right away I took out my
Nika?
no, social security.
Yeah.
Right away. I went to him and said, officer, I'm going to Chetawal. I'm taking the Reyes family with me to see doctor. They're of age, both of them. And boy, I forget my passport. But I have a Mika. And I want to see if I want to go across. No. And right away he'll just take a thing and pops, he snapped my thing. And they said, "Go ahead, Mr. Biden." So the officers already they have a group chat amongst them that they will tell you, yeah, the holder of this.
Well, you see, Sonny, you fell in line.
Well,
You fell in line.
Well, again, Rennie,
I don't see it correct. Huh? I don't see it right.
Again,
And I will never see that right.
Again, there's authority, and we have to respect authority. We have to respect. I believe in respecting authority, but I think the time will come that they will see, you know what? Why the young people need to resist way again? The young people need it. Better open the thing, make them go.
It is unjust, Sonny.
Yeah, you
It is unjust to do a Belizean that you have to go in there.
Solo hablan la cosa que se vayan,
You need permission from the supervisor for go to Chetomal.
Well,
What the heck is that?
I
He
think-
can't make you go to Chetomal.
And there was no.
He can't give you permission to go to Chetomal. The Mexicans won't give you permission to go to Chetomal.
I don't know. You see, again, I told you that the
You are not
officer-
living. Oh, I told you
The
the
immigration officer told me, you can come into your country without no documents. They cannot stop you, and they cannot charge you to come into your country. But yes, we can stop you in going out.
and you agree with that? You agree with that?
I don't agree with
So
it.
we live in a concentration camp.
I don't
Huh?
agree with it.
Huh?
I don't agree with it, but
We they live in a compound.
but
We not they live in a free country.
It is the law.
Well, the lie is wrong, Sonny.
It is
And when
the
it is wrong, your duty is to resist.
Yes, but
So resist.
But then,
Don't fall in line.
but
Don't
then-
go with your mental slavery
But then,
mentality
really,
there.
what
Huh?
I'm showing you, it's still courtesy, because if there was an officer that really cannot reason, they will tell you, "I am sorry."
I have already extended my courtesy by showing him my social security card. If you want to voter ID card, I can show it. Right?
Yes.
I don't need a travel document.
And then the thing that you have told him, you're going to the zone.
I do not need a travel document when I'm crossing that line, Sonny. Unless I'm going to the US. If Mexico, if I got my card, they can't give me permission to go there. It's the Mexicans that will give me permission. Come on, get that through no head.
Yeah, well, that's something.
Get
we have
that
to-
through no head.
And we have to make sure that the people in authority know exactly what's cooking, Mr. Rennie, porque si no lo hacemos, then estamos en serio problema en lo que es cuando viene la autoridad.
Well, no matter what they do in trying to humiliate me, Sonny, or pressure me, they will not make me give up. They want to strengthen my resolve. I'm gonna get through this till they
Well-
understand that I am not living in a concentration camp. I am living in a free country. I am born free. We have
And so
taken
am I.
off the shackles of the colonial chains, but it hasn't come off totally. We need to take it off.
and so am I. I strongly believe. I strongly believe.
This is my country. I ain't going nowhere. This is my country. This is my home. All right.
And really, I am 1,000% with that. But like I say again, we need someone to write a good letter. I don't think I am very good at writing letters, but we need to write a good letter, and maybe they will give us a listing here. They have to give us a listing here. Copy to the Prime Minister, copy to who is the Minister of Immigration, to the CEO, to the Director, to the Head of Department in the North, because there's a senior officer in the North. I don't know who that person is either.
Accordingly, it is Mr. Reyes.
But that's wonderful. That's wonderful. That is so wonderful. Mr. Reyes is the man in the North. It's wonderful because it's a man that reasons, and I believe that all of them would have wanted their job easier. I think so then. I think so. I think everybody would have wanted their job easier. But like I say again, today you are a happy person. You wake up nice and happy. Tomorrow you might wake up on the wrong side of the bed and say,
yeah, well, that doesn't give you the right to treat people bad.
And exactly
doesn't.
So.
All right.
Exactly so. And I wish we could learn that. I wish I could learn that when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you not treat people.
Everybody has problems, honey.
Yo quisiera que eso sea así, que cuando amanezcamos con mal humor, mal modo, que no lo saquemos de otras personas. Okay? That's exactly what we want to deal with. Mr. Cuello, it's already 8:30, las 8:30, las 9:30 minutos.
Wow.
9:30. Make I hear your parting shots.
Well, I have said it just now, Sonny. I want them to know that no matter what kind of pressure they put on me, I'm not about to give up. They only strengthen my resolve. We have to break these shackles of colonialism that we have in our country. We live in the land of the free, not in a concentration camp, not anywhere they have to ask permission. I was supposed to be born free.
Thank you, Mr.
Right.
Renny Cuello. He's supposed to.
It's a God-given right. It's a constitutional right and a human right.
Ready to say
we must fight for that.
He's supposed to be born free.
Yeah.
Thank you once again. Muchas gracias, Orijuan. Muchas gracias, Corozal. Muchas gracias, Belize. Gracias siempre por la fiel sintonía, lo que es el 95.
Santa baby, just set a bottle under the tree for me. Make it coconut, please. Santa baby, sip some Caribbean rum tonight. Santa baby, a bottle of cold rum would do so smooth. I'll leave one out for you, Santa baby. Sip some Caribbean rum tonight. So sip some Caribbean rum tonight. Sip some Caribbean rum tonight. Merry and bright.
En materiales de calidad.
Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Take me back to my old home Belize. There is not a place to find. Warm home, sweet home Belize. Sweet home Belize. Sweet home Belize. Warm home, sweet home Belize. There is not a place to find.
Desde los cañaverales de la capital azucarera, transmite la radio número 1, Power FM, el 95.5. Sintonízanos y mantente informado de